Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We got State Senator Karen Johnson from Arizona standing up against the New World Order for many years, about to retire. We commend her for all her ongoing work. In closing, in the 4.5 minutes we got left, A, what do you think the globalists are going to do now that this is the biggest awakening? It's exponential. I can see that it's not going to stop. We've reached critical mass. It's an exponential chain reaction now. The New World Order is going to be more and more confronted. As they squeeze, the people now know it's the Federal Reserve engineering the economic problems. They now know that criminal elements of the government are behind terror attacks. They now know that parts of the federal government ship in the majority of narcotics. The people now know. What do you see the establishment doing to try to block that?
I guess through the media, they're doing everything they can, to try to lull the people back to sleep again. Alex, the people just have to really, really be alert, and they've got to wake up, and they've got to keep doing what they're doing and pushing this back. I hate to say it, but I'm afraid that it could come to some very, very bad situations in this country where we're going to perhaps have to take up arms and defend ourselves. I hate to say that. I hope it doesn't come to that, but I think we need to be prepared because I'm very fearful in many ways of what's coming down the pike.
Oh, they're not going to stop pushing. I mean, if we wake up and now you got the commission creeping away saying there was a cover-up, they know it's coming out. Europe, the UN's talking about it. The establishment knows that we know that they carried out the attacks, and I see them pulling anything. Bigger attacks, wars, and then I don't think that's going to work for them either. It's like they're a cornered creature, but they're a cornered creature that keeps on a-coming, so we have to keep fighting back. I agree. I see very serious times ahead. That's why the more people we wake up now, the better, because it'll just be over that much sooner. And I'm begging police and military and others to wake up and stand with the Republic and not with the counterfeit government. Senator Johnson, in closing, what were one or two of the big smoking guns, not just the motive and the history of, who's done it in the past, but what else about 9/11 made you question it?
Well, my gosh, when you saw Building 7 go down, I mean, everybody should have gone, what the hey is going on here? My goodness. Building 7 that hardly had much of a fire in it. And, I mean, it was a demolition, that would have been apparent to just about anybody. But to have the two Twin Towers just pancake down, right on top of each other like that. I mean, there's no way if you have a plane striking the buildings where the least occurs, that is where you're going to see them leaning, and it would have fallen, in a crazy manner, not just right down. I mean, it was very apparent, at least to me, that there had to be demolition, or something went on in that building beyond the plane striking the building. That they never would have taken either one of those towers down by having a plane crash into them that way. So that was one of the big things. I mean, there's questions about Shanksville. There's questions about the Pentagon. The calls, the cell phone calls that were supposedly made, high up in the air on those planes, which were impossible at that time.
And then they try to abscond and say, oh, that was air phones. But no, they say they were independent, non-air phones. Go ahead.
I mean, it's just crazy. And then also the tapes of I'm trying to think. Muhammad was his last name. Khalil Sheikh Muhammad,
yes.
Well, whoever he was, that they arrested. And, I mean, they tortured the man. They actually had tapes of all of that. And the 9/11 Commission was not allowed to see the tapes. They weren't allowed to even interrogate or talk to the interrogators of this Muhammad fella.
And now they're going to have a show trial. Now they're going to have a show trial, Senator.
But those were all destroyed. The tapes were destroyed. I mean, what about that? What is going on here?
Just amazing.
Anyway.
Well, Senator, let me talk to you during the break and say bye to you. I want to invite you up for a full hour.
Bye-bye.
In the near future. Stay right there. We'll be right back to you. Stay there. All right, folks, we're coming back with Alan Stang. I'm going to go say bye to the Senator during the break. Stay with us.